My dear friends, and welcome back to our little corner of stories. Today, we're turning another page at the old boarding school, a place where every shadow holds a secret and every whisper carries a dream. Our story is about a little girl named Lila, who often felt like a tiny, forgotten star in a vast, starry sky. It was a chilly afternoon, the kind where the wind hums a lonely tune outside the windows. Lila was given the task of cleaning the grand winding staircase, a job no one else wanted. The dust danced in the slivers of sunlight, and the old wood groaned under her small feet. As she polished the banister near the bottom, her cloth snagged on a loose piece of wood. It was odd. She pulled at it gently. And to her surprise, a small hidden door creaked open, revealing a darkness that smelled of dust and forgotten time. Her heart thumped with a mix of fear and curiosity. Taking a deep breath, she slipped inside. Walls. A tiny room tucked away under the stairs, a secret space shielded from the world. Moonlight from a small, grimy window illuminated a treasure trove of forgotten things. There were dusty teddy bears with button eyes, a wooden horse with a missing wheel, and most enchanting of all, a small, worn wooden chest. With trembling fingers, Lila lifted the lid. Inside, nestled amongst dried flowers and faded ribbons, were stacks of letters. Tied with string, they were written in the delicate handwriting of children who had lived in this school long, long ago. She picked one up. It was from a boy named Arthur who wrote about how he missed his home but had found a friend who shared his love for stargazing from the attic window. Another was from a girl named Clara who confessed she was scared of the dark, but her roommate would sing her to sleep every night. Lila sat there for what felt like hours, surrounded by the ghosts of laughter and tears from the past. Each letter was a story of friendship, a confession of fear, a whisper of hope. There was a boy who learned to play the violin in secret, a girl who planted a rosebush that still bloomed in the garden, and another who wrote about the kindness of a teacher who shared her lunch. They were all just like her, lonely at times, but never truly alone. As she read, the heavy weight of loneliness in her own heart began to lift. These weren't just letters, they were invisible threads connecting her to every child who had ever walked these halls, who had ever felt small or scared. She wasn't just Lila, cleaning a dusty staircase. She was part of a long, unbroken chain of stories, of courage, of friendship. The room wasn't empty. It was filled with the spirits of children who understood. Wing! When she finally emerged from the secret room, the sun was setting, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. The world outside seemed different. Warmer. She closed the tiny door, her own secret now. That night, as she lay in bed, she didn't feel lonely. She smiled, thinking of Arthur and Clara and all the others. She knew that even in the quietest moments, she was surrounded by 100 years of friendship, a chorus of hopeful whispers echoing from a secret room under the stairs. Thank you for joining us for Lila's story. Sometimes, the greatest comfort can be found in the stories of those who came before us, reminding us that we are all connected. Until next time, take care.